Right, let's quickly look at the weekly anticipation. Last week has been not a very firing week, but at least as you see the arrow, the anticipation, the one that I had is if it's not going to go above the 21, we might see a pullback towards the 200, which it did. You can see there for about over 200 pips, but it was not easy trading it. Let's look at the 4 hours, then we can see, right, there was that evening star bounce of the 89, and there as well, there was a nice 21 bounce, but you can see that it's in a triangle, sort of, so very, very, very difficult in terms of trading in between there. MACD did not give anything. There was a TC, it ran about 54 pips, so with a 100 stop, so very difficult. Maybe a break even there, that was the best case that you could get out. Market rhythm, if you wanted to trade that, that was a good point, that was a good point, and that was a good point to trade it. So that then you would have traded the rhythm more than signals on the MACD. Currently, I would say if it comes down that area there, that's the area that I would like to trade. Then if I have a different, say a nice short-term strategy, that will be the area that I'll be looking to trade in. But as I say, you can see, let's look at the market rhythm. It came below the 21 pullback, came to the 89, and now it sort of oscillates. So the retest of this bottom trend line, there's 2 support places there, there's the third one. So the possibility of a retest here is also on the cards. Although you can see there's definitely some momentum slowdown right over there. Before that's not going to break out, we're not really going to see any nice rhythm going on. So I think we need to see a breakout of that. It's very close now. You can see there for more than a month. That's more than a month that you can see price being above the 200 SMA and the 89 above the 200 SMA. So price did come back here and test it. I wasn't surprised because of the speed there. You can see the speed is on the 89. So I was not surprised to see it at least test the 89. It did come below. So let's see whether we're going to see a breakout there. Even with a breakout, I'll be very, very careful to cover my position as quickly as possible in terms of break even, because the 89 is still in between. That's not to say this trend line is really 100% true. Only time will tell. Let's look at the British pound. Same situation there. Also, you can see right over there a lot of uncertainty. It has bounced off the bottom trend line, so it just waits for a break to the top, and then we might see that run up. That's the other thing that I would look at, for at least about 200 pips to that specific support line there. Resistance line there. That's what I'll be looking at also in terms of should it go in that direction. That's all I have to offer there. Should it come down below that point there, then there's about 140 pips down to this trend line again. That one can follow there. Just shift that a little bit up. There it is. So that will be the 2 areas. I know it's up or down, but that's what you're going to make beforehand. 89 is above the 200. There's a trend line. It proved to be a trend line. You can see there was support there. And currently, there's a pullback to the 89. The same like that, pullback towards the 21, and they're coming down towards the 89. You see there was 120 pips, that was certain, because of the market rhythm. Now it pulled back to the 89. If it comes down, the tendency will go to the 200, but there's a trend line in between. That's why I personally favor this side of the 89. If it goes up fair and square, I'll wait for a little bit of a pullback and then a move away. But over here, if it comes down, I definitely will watch it there to trade it. Swizzy in between, retest of this trend line maybe, and a move back up. It's very difficult to say. But nothing prevents it from breaking through. But if it breaks through, I'll wait for the pullback and the move away. US dollar, Japanese yen did not come down to this trend line as we anticipated it. In terms of a retest, it actually went back up, so there might be a bit of a double top there. You can see MACD making a lower high. Just watch that for, I don't know really for what. In terms of, you see we are again in between the 89 and the 200. It's still opening up, so it's not closing down like over there. Opening up means that that might be seen as a pullback and a move back up towards the 200. If you take the market rhythm, move above the 89, pull back to below it, and then start moving back up. So that's the region that I will be looking to trade in towards the 200 SMA. Right, the Aussie, US dollar also did not move further up. So also waiting there. Can you see there a little bit of an inverted head and shoulders? There's the head, there's the one shoulder, there's the other shoulder. So any move above that point upwards, that would be something to really take hold of and trade it as far as you can. And it's about up till there, it's about also 220 pips that you can trade there. That's the one that I will favor, the up move, because of that inverted head and shoulders. Here was the Euro Japanese one, the one that I had on the weekly chart, but still I favor this region here. You can see there the price did go above, came below, it find resistance on the 89 twice. It was in between the 200 and the 89, so that's the region that I really will be watching it. And on the short-term trade, that's where I will be traded somewhere around there. If it moves above, you can also trade that on the short-term in between those two. But my anticipation is more towards the bottom side, the short side. RSI making lower highs, you can see there. So if the RSI starts coming down, I think that's the region. Right till that support point there, you can see that's quite a lot of pips. We're talking about over 300 pips right over there. That will be the first one. The first one will be about 200 pips down to that level and then down to that level. Right, that's it. Let's see how the rest of this week is going to go. I'm only going to trade till this Friday, and then I'm going to stop till next year. I'm not going to trade anything else, even with my other strategy, the 5-minute off the zone, which we did well. I'm only going to trade till Friday, and then I'm finished for the year. Right, see you next week.